Well, we have a real tough task ahead of us today to try to get to practice and make sure that we can have some competitiveness to us today that we did not have last night. And I think that was really the cause of the defeat was we just did not compete to win as hard as Alabama did. And so the person who's responsible for the atmosphere of competition in practice is me, and I got to be the first person to get that straightened out, and so we'll try to get that done today.
Questions?
You haven't seen the team. Have you seen the team at all since last night? I guess practice today would be the first time you've...
Yeah, here in a few minutes we'll get together.
What are some of the first signs you look for from them just when you gather them up? What are you looking for just kind of when you look in their eyes?
We'll just look for today. We won't look for any look in their eye today. We'll look for competitiveness in practice today. And they'll have to compete or they won't have a good day. So everything will be competitive based in practice, and we'll figure out who we can take the floor with Sunday afternoon. Between now and Sunday afternoon, it's all about who's going to compete, and who's going to work hard, and who's going to play really, really hard for Kentucky. And hopefully it's everybody. And but that's the first thing we have to get straightened out.
Matthew, did you see last night coming, or was it a surprise to you, just the way they played? I mean, did you have the feeling that maybe, hey, if we're not up to what we should be, I see one of these upsets coming, or were you surprised?
Well, we've been struggling a little bit with some execution. I was surprised with just the complete lack of effort and competitiveness last night, and it was just all across the board. So just can't happen, and clearly there's an atmosphere that exists now that people think that that's acceptable, and that's 100% on me. And so, the number one thing we have to get right today is competing, and everything else will flow from there. But you couldn't really even tell what any things to work on or those kind of things because there was no competitiveness in our team whatsoever last night. And there are just so many times in a 2-point ball game where you just can go back and look at the film, and if you had just competed a little bit, you probably could have won the game no matter how bad your shooting woes are or anything like that. So it's all about competition today.
What about Arkansas? What do they do well?
Well, they have really, really great ball screen offense, and they put a lot of pressure and stress on your defense. And they have some tough, aggressive players. They have a point guard in Berna, who I think is one of the better ones in our league. She does a great job keeping her dribble alive. She has great size. She's able to really make a lot of plays and set a lot of people up. And then their freshmen's playing as well as any freshman in the league, and really shooting the ball well and doing a good job. So they're always a tough matchup for us. But, quite frankly, we can't worry about Arkansas this afternoon. We have to 100% try to see who is going to have a chance to play against Arkansas, and that'll be all about competing in practice this afternoon.
Maybe on a game like that, as a coach, you and your staff, did you get in the office all last night, or did you say, okay, I'm going to go home and forget about this for right now, and I'm going to be up early in the morning and then we're going to start grinding? How did you approach last night?
For me, I'm glad we've won a lot around here because I don't sleep at all on a performance like last night. It's just I tried to. We met for a long time last night as a staff. Got out of here probably around 11:30 or so, and then I tried to get to the house and kind of turn it off if I could. But I was up most of the night and watching the film, and that makes you even more upset just with the lack of competitiveness that we had. And so, back up early this morning, just trying to see what we could narrow our focus to in practice today. And, it's really pretty simple for us. If we will, if we can find a few players that will really, really compete hard, I think a lot of things will flow from that. But until we get that, straightened out, you can have all the talent in the world. If you don't play hard and you don't compete, and it doesn't mean something to you to win, then you're gonna, I don't know who you're gonna be. So that is 100% on my shoulders to make sure that the atmosphere is not where they think something like last night's acceptable. And you credit Alabama because they competed. And the longer the game went and the longer they were in the game, you could just see their confidence build. And so hats off to them. I'm not trying to take anything away from Alabama. They deserve to win that game hands down. So, but I don't think teams will win games against us if we will just go out with a great zeal for competition and a great love for our opportunity to be here at Kentucky. And we're going to find out who's excited about that this afternoon.
Anything else you guys? All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.